Hi, this is David Peterson, the creator of the Sugar Shaker Nectar Maker, the fastest, easiest, and cleanest way to make hummingbird nectar. Today we introduce episode 41 in our Backyard Wild Bird series, Did You Know? And we will begin exploring how to stop squirrels and larger birds from eating all of your wild bird seed. Along with the Sugar Shaker, we also own a small wild bird seed store in northeast Atlanta. The number two question, number one being how to make hummingbird nectar, the number two question is how to stop the squirrels from eating all of your wild bird seed. This is actually fairly easy. There are 5 different ways to stop the squirrels, and we will cover the first 4 quickly, then turn our attention to the mechanical method of squirrel deterrence using a Squirrel Buster Plus. The first 4 ways are: 1. You put a barrier on the pole called a squirrel baffle. If you have these set correctly, the squirrels should not be able to get across it. 2. You can use a cage feeder. Cage feeders are great for letting small birds in and keeping squirrels and larger birds out. Squirrels will jump on these, shake them, hang on them upside down, etc., but they will get very little seed. The third way of squirrel deterrence is to use a hot, spicy seed. We sell a lot of these in the store. We have hot seed cakes, and even hot suet. Squirrels are mammals like you and I. The hotter it gets, the worse they would like it. This usually works well, but some squirrels can tolerate the heat. The spice will not affect the birds. They will eat it like candy. The fourth way is to use safflower seeds. You're probably pretty familiar with safflower oil. Well, this is the seed it comes from. Squirrels don't tend to eat this seed, and it is relatively inexpensive. We sell a lot of it. As a bonus, it is a cardinal favorite, but also the common grackle hates this seed. There is a 5th way to stop the squirrels, and that is with the mechanical means. In our case, using the large Squirrel Buster Plus, the weight of the squirrel causes the seed port to close. Squirrel Buster Pluses come preset to stop the squirrels. Basically, the weight of the squirrel will cause the seed port to close. Once the port is closed, the squirrels don't have access to the seed. Now, as the video shows, he may try to get to the food, but there will be none to be had. These work so well that squirrels just give up. As an example of them giving up, it took days of video just to get a video of this squirrel trying his best. That's how well they work. There are other pests that can ravage your bird feeder as well, depending on what food you have in it. These pests are blackbirds like the grackles, starlings, red-winged blackbirds, and crows that tend to show up in groups to quickly ravage your wild bird seed. But the Squirrel Buster Plus has an answer for these as well. The Squirrel Buster Plus has the ability to allow you to lighten the spring. In other words, you can set the port to close when 2 birds the size of starlings arrive. Notice in the video that the 2 birds cannot feed. One of them will have to leave the perch for the seed port to reopen. And that is exactly what will happen. One will leave. This is achieved by turning the spring assembly to the negative position. By turning the spring, the weight of 2 large birds will close the feeding port. But notice in the last picture, bunches of smaller birds like these pine siskins, or even something the size of multiple cardinals, can feed on the same perch with the lighter spring. This feature is like a secret weapon to save birdseed. So if you're looking for a solution to save birdseed by deterring squirrels and large birds, the Squirrel Buster Plus may be your solution. We hope you've liked this video on the Squirrel Buster Plus. We place a link in the description if you're interested. This is David Peterson with the Sugar Shaker Nectar Maker signing off on episode 41. Did you know?